Blender is all about speed and efficiency, and today in this video I'm giving you top 7 Blender shortcuts that will change the way you work forever. These won't be just some random keys, but those special shortcuts that even the pro 3D artists daily use while working in Blender. But before starting, if you are a Blender artist, a 3D enthusiast, or you just love cool designs, then do check out the JB 3D Studio merch store. We have got exclusive Blender and 3D themed hoodies, stickers, bags, and other accessories, all this to level up your creative journey. Apart from this, you can also get high quality 3D models, Blender files with materials, textures, and other digital products all put together on this merch store. So whether you want to show off your 3D passion or grab some must-have creative tools, there is something for everyone on this store. Also, use the code WELCOME30 to get flat 30% off on all the orders. Every purchase directly supports the channel and helps me keep creating more valuable content to help you in your Blender journey. So for the first shortcut, I have a car in this scene, and suppose I want to create multiple copies of this car. Now one of the ways is to select it and create a duplicate by pressing Shift D and moving it in the x-axis and repeating the same step again and again. However, instead of repeating the same step manually, you can use this shortcut of pressing Shift R and it will repeat the last action performed. So whenever you're working on a project where you do a particular thing and then you have to do the same thing again and again, then you can use this shortcut of Shift R to save your time. So we all know about the extrude tool, which can be enabled by simply pressing E, and it can be used to extrude the faces of a mesh object. However, not many Blender users know that there is an extrude menu which can be accessed by using this shortcut Alt E, where this menu will appear that provides us different ways to use the extrude tool. For example, the first one, which is extrude faces, simply allows you to extrude a face along normal, and it is exactly the same function that you can directly do by using the E shortcut. After this, the next one that we have in the extrude menu is extrude faces along normals, and if I select this, then you might not notice much difference when only one of the faces is selected. However, if I press A to select all and then use the extrude faces along normals and move the cursor away, then now all of the faces will get extruded along their respective normals. Also, to see the difference between extrude faces along normals and the default extrude option, I have added a new Suzanne object. Now go to the edit mode, and with all the faces selected, if I press E to extrude, then this happens. Very clearly, the default extrusion only takes place in respect of an individual axis, which is not the case when you're using extrude faces along normals tool. After this, the next one that we have is extrude individual faces, and on selecting this, we are able to extrude the faces, this time along their respective normals. In even simpler words, by using this option in the extrude menu, each of the faces of the object will see the extrusion effect along their respective normals separately. And yes, this tool, which is the extrude individual faces, is very useful in cases where you want to have a cool design for your object. And at last, we have the fourth option in the extrude menu, which is extrude manifold. But to understand how it works, we'll need to separate cubes in the scene. So I'll create a duplicate of this cube, place it over here, then go to the edit mode, and suppose with the top face selected, I use the shortcut E to apply the extrusion, then you will notice that basically the face that we had here simply got extruded up in the Z axis, and as a result, the original edges of the face can still be seen over here. However, if I now select this cube, go to the edit mode, select the top face, and use the tool extrude manifold in the extrude menu, and then move it up, then this time the original edge will get dissolved and it cannot be seen, which is exactly the opposite of the default extrude tool. So the next time you're modeling something and planning to use the extrude tool with the regular E shortcut, then at least take a look at the extrude menu to select the best method of extrusion for a proper geometry and 3D modeling. So we all know about the G shortcut, which is used to move the things around in the 3D viewport. But if you press G twice, then it will enable the edge slide tool. It moves the edges smoothly along connected geometries, which is very important while you're working on modeling something which requires a clean topology. So the simple G shortcut is to move an object or the vertex or an edge freely, and if you want to slide an edge of the geometry, then simply press G twice for the edge slide tool. Now the next shortcut is for those people who can't remember too many shortcuts for different tools, because this one shortcut will allow you to get a search bar where you can type the name of any tool or any option in Blender without the need of memorizing the respective shortcut keys. And to get the search menu, simply press the F3 function key. This will add this search menu from where you can select any tool or any option, whether you want to add any object or make some changes in the edit mode. You can simply type the name of the tool or the setting that you want and then select it from the list. This shortcut can be very useful when you're working on a 3D model that requires a lot of editing tools and techniques, and when you can't memorize each and every shortcut. So the next time you have to search for a tool, just use the shortcut, the function F3 key, and simply search for the tool. Now the shortcut number 5 allows you to select all the connected parts, or basically all the vertices or edges linked to a particular vertex or an edge. To understand this in a much better way, let's take the help of an example. So if I select any vertex on this top part of the key and then use the shortcut Ctrl L, then this will select all the linked vertices, or basically the connected parts together, and that too just by selecting a single vertex. You can try the same thing with some other part also. For example, let's suppose I select a vertex over here and then press Ctrl L, then all the vertices linked or connected to that vertex will get selected. Now on number 6 we have another shortcut which is very similar to the previous one, and the shortcut is to press the L key with your cursor hovering over any part of the object. So with my cursor over here, if I press L, then this will select all the vertices of the part of the object under the cursor. You can use this shortcut to select only the specific areas of an object simply by keeping your cursor over that region and pressing the L key. Now the last shortcut is basically 3 different shortcuts but very similar to each other. So basically we all know that to move any object you have to press G, to rotate it you have to press R, and to scale it up and down you have to press the S key. But suppose you want to reset the location or the rotation or the scale of an object back to the original one, then for that we have the shortcuts. That is, if I press Alt plus G, then this will reset the location of the object back to the original one, which is the 3D cursor. Similarly, to reset the rotation, the shortcut is to press Alt R, and this will reset the rotation of the object back to the original one. Similarly, if I press Alt plus S, then this will reset the scaling of the object back to the default values. The only thing you need to take care while using this shortcut is that the location or rotation or the scaling should not have been applied to the object by pressing Ctrl plus A, because in that case these shortcuts will not work. And so this was the list of top 7 Blender shortcuts that a lot of people don't know, but using these shortcuts can save your time and make Blender feel effortless. And if you want to master Blender, then do check out my latest courses from the link in the description and the pinned comment. And so don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more such videos. Smash the like button and press that notification bell to get the latest updates. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.